So just down there is Thurcroft. Just up there is Wickersley. Turn left here. It'll take you down to Roysmore and into Wiston. Just here we've got the Little Owl Lodge. Now I didn't realise about Mothern Hall until I took a wrong turn a few weeks ago and I passed this hall. So last Thursday, cycling back from Rotherham, and I actually filmed this place, but I had a problem with my camera. Well, the camera's sorted now, so I can show you Mothern Hall. So just going down here, we have Morthern Lodge, which would have been the gatehouse. Now, what is now a public road, which takes you to Upper Weston, would have been a private estate. And this video is for Miss Abersham and Dave Ebony more than anything, but anybody else who's interested in local history. But you can see above the window it says Mothern Lodge, but I think that's been added in later. So just imagine this would have been a private road. And question to Dave Ebony, who's fantastic on maps, and I'll put his channel and Miss Ebony's in the description. Question to Dave is, Dave, when did it become a public road, do you know? From the plans, you know, because I spoke to the estate manager here and he said it was like hamlets of farms round here. But it must have been under an estate called the Morthern Estate. And we'll get down to Mothern Hall in a moment, a bit of a walk. So just imagine what it was like around here before we had these awful electric pylons around here. We'll go a bit further around, I'll show you the beautiful scenery down here. So you can see Teletubbyland over there, and I think Teletubbies was an indoctrination process for all this nonsense. We've got both the M1 and the M18 here joining together at the intersection, but I remember them building the M1 in 1966. I've still got clear memories from being 2-year old. Previous to that, if you was in Sheffield and you wanted to go south, you pretty much had to drive across to the A1 Great North through Worksop. So there's some lovely walks around here, something you can do for free. They don't charge us to walk on footpaths at the moment. So I don't know if you can hear the noise of the motorways in the background as we're approaching Mothern Hall just round this corner. But it's quite a long walk from the junction where I showed you the lodge house to here. So it must have been a significant size estate, probably a small Chatsworth. So here we are approaching Mothern Hall. It was interesting talking to the estate manager last week. They were doing the garden on Thursday. Lovely setting though, isn't it? I'll just come in the middle and show you from the middle. Lovely privet type sculptures. Now, I'm told that the rector of Wiston built this, so he must have had some money, the rector. I think it was about 1690. So he built the central house, and then at some stage in the future the wings on either side were extended. I'm told there's a walled garden behind it. And just here is what's called a ha-ha. Now the idea is, when you're looking from the house over there, you don't see this road just here, because it would have been a track back then. But I'm told over here was a lake. So he was looking out from that house over the ha-ha, not the pop group, and seeing a lake over there. So this sort of hid what would have been a track then. So let's have a walk round to the farm buildings around the corner. And there's a nice farm shop here. So I'll promote positive stuff when I can. I'm told by certain individuals that I'm too negative, which is completely the opposite of the truth. I'm just negative against war, against the agenda. But anything positive I can find. But the people who slate me for being negative are probably the people who would hate this sort of thing anyway. They want to live in the Lego land, in the Lego prisons in Sheffield or wherever. So this looks like original, because when you look at the actual arches on it, it's beautiful. Not like this absolute rubbish they're building now that's not even going to last 30 years. And to me, this is like heaven today. It's probably only 14, 15 degrees. I've stripped off now, just down to a thin tracksuit top. But to me, this is heaven. You'll not find a better day than this to get out and do a bit of gardening and or get out for a walk or cycle or whatever, or pop out to a cafe for the day. But the tragic thing around here is that from Doncaster across to Anston and Dinnington, they want to build 4,500 acre solar panel field. Now we get pollution making the solar panels, but also we get pollution at the end of the cycle. So that's, I think, the M18 over there, and this one I think is the M1. It's a bit hard to tell which one's which, but you can see them connecting just there. You can see another building. But we really need to defeat these solar panel fields, because it's not driven costs down at all. Electric cost now is about 300% more, because the subsidies are so high because it's not cost effective. Now if we'd have burnt coal cleanly for say 30 years, then waited for nuclear fusion and produce car batteries that could be recycled, because we weren't producing ones that were rushed out too quickly. It's all about profit. It's not really about a green agenda, and that's why I don't like it, because I'm a green a lot more than these Greens who claim they are. I'd never vote for a Green Party. So yeah, we've got some more farm buildings. What's original now? This is probably original, because I can just see an arch over the top. That's Vale Farm. But I'd be really interested, Dave, when did this become a public road? Just over here you've got an owl. And is that a jackdaw or whatever? Lovely sculptures. But you can just see an arch thing. I can see it over the window, but I don't, over the wall, but I don't think you'll probably see it. But these look like traditional old farm buildings. But it was supposed to be a hamlet of farms around here. Probably a few hamlets of farms. So there's a bit of an old farm building there. I wonder if I could get my hands on that and live there. But it was lovely to see the calves out the other day. I think they've only just been born. But we've got a little church chapel around here, which I'm going to show you in a moment. So we're on Mothern Hall Lane. York Lane in either direction. That's a dead end. Another farm building down there. I'm not going to walk all the way down, but I'll just show it you. But the interesting bit's just round the corner. So just here we've got a Celtic cross, I was told. And then this little chapel just here, which somebody's converted into an house. I bet it's lovely in there. That belonged to the estate, so Mothern Hall estate, that was their chapel. So let's just walk around the corner, we've got another house there. We've got a working farm here. I'm wondering if I can show you the baby cows in here, the calves. I couldn't think the name the other day. That's definitely not original, is it? How they get away with building something like that, I don't know. So we've got the farm shop here, dairy and deli. And I'll have to come here and see if I can get some non-pasteurised milk from here. I know they get it at our Chesterfield group. So there's Lon's Welcome Farm Shop. So I'm going to pop in and have a word with them in a bit. But when I came round the other day, the baby calves were here. I hope they're not being took off them already by. So there's a car park there. I've seen a car park somewhere else as well, farm shop car park just here. Yeah, so look at this. I mean, they might be out in fields, but there's a baby one here being looked after by its mother. I can't see on the screen again. Oh, it's rubbish, the screen in this weather. So you should be able to just see that on the baby calf being licked by its mother down there. There were two more the other day, and I don't know whether they've been took off the parents or whether they're now in the field. I'm sure the farmers look after them. I mean, end of the day, the milkers, aren't they? These are not being culled, are they? Whether they call, I don't know if they're called milkers in the end, which would sound a bit cruel, wouldn't it? Once they're not any use anymore. So hopefully you saw the baby calf. Another car park just here. I've just parked down here just while I did the video in a bit of a lay-by, and I'll show you what's down here. Just looking across here, you can see some sheep, and it looks like a goose just behind there as well. Now I know my family's all come from the industry in Sheffield. Great granddad from Tinsley Park Colliery. But on the other side of the family, the Porter side, looking in the family Bible, they were shepherds. And their writing was absolutely perfect. They must have been intelligent shepherds, because I've never seen such beautiful writing. And I hope that family Bible doesn't get lost, because I know my auntie who's just died had got hold of the family Bible. So I need to have a word with my mother and find out what's going on with the family Bible. Not that I'm religious, but it's a family heirloom, isn't it? And so that's Manor Farm, or it was originally. I don't know if it's just now a place where all the townies come and sleep. Now this is beautiful. So I've shown you the awful Waverley estate, and then look at this. This is absolutely heaven compared with what you see on the Waverley estate. I mean, I feel uplifted by that. The Waverley estate sucks the life out on it. So there's a footpath all around here. So like I said, I don't know how they get away with certain builds. So I'll just show you that, but that's it really. It's certainly a beautiful spot. And I'm going to pop down to a farm shop now and just ask him about pasteurised milk. See what products they do, because I didn't know there was a local farm doing it that was so close. I can pass here on my way into Sheffield every Saturday if I still want to go in. So that's it. If you can like the video, follow the channel and click on notifications for new videos in the future, I'd appreciate it.